ahead of us, another presenters, another experts from the fields which they are representing. Do you have Bitcoin Vault right now? Yes. Many or a little bit? Many. Would you like to have more? Yes. Do you believe in Bitcoin Vault? Yes. Perfect, perfect. As we had a chance to know from the last presentations, success is not built over the night, it's a process, okay? And in this process, it cannot be happen only by one person. This is why Bitcoin Vault has 3 key players of development. How many? 3. Okay, okay, perfect. So ladies and gentlemen, right now, a main part of development of Bitcoin Vault is being done by the 3 people, the 3 key players. Let me invite them to the stage. So first of all, Radek Popiel, Kacper Wiśniewski, and coming, applause coming, Peter.
Wow, what an energy.
How are you guys? Are you ready?
Yes, of course.
Can I leave
Always
you
ready.
on this stage? Are you going to make a show?
As always.
Let's see.
Okay, perfect. If not, I'll be back on the stage, okay?
We were quite boring last time. So.
The stage is yours.
Yeah, a lot of expectations I see in the room. I'm going to be frank with you. When we did this presentation yesterday, people were yawning, so we will see.
You can expect more or less same.
We are developers of Bitcoin Vault. Oh, thank you. So we might be a little bit boring. We will do our best, but let's go. We will talk a little bit about the future of Bitcoin Vault today, and also we will take a little bit step backwards to see how it all happened. But first of all, who we are. We are an Electric Vault company, which is a dedicated entity for the development of Bitcoin Vault. My name is Radek. I'm the Chief Communication Officer. I have close to 20 years of experience in communication, but most importantly, I'm into crypto since the very beginning, so it's already 10 years, almost. And, well, I love crypto, to be frank. I think it's a future of the finance. I think we are experiencing right now a new emerging market, a new emerging industry even based on the crypto and fintech. So I'm really looking forward to how it's going to be in the future, and I'm glad to be part of this, let's say, revolution.
Hello, my name is Kacper Wiśniewski. I'm CTO of Bitcoin Vault. I have a background in IT and manufacturing for several years. I'm also into blockchain and crypto since 2015, so I'm also glad to be here.
Okay, I'm Piotr. The guy's saying that I'm the most boring one because I have the financial background. Hopefully I will not bore you to death today. But basically, as guys as well, I am interested in crypto. I have this financial knowledge and experience that I support with the Bitcoin Vault with.
I'm going to share with you a little bit of inside joke. We are called the free keys inside the company. Just by accident. I'm the cancel key because sometimes I say no to things. Kacper, you're the fast key.
That's correct.
And I'm the boring standard one.
Okay, let's do this. So, a little bit of a reminder what Bitcoin Vault is. So, we started more than a year ago to develop a free key security solution, free keys, which is a tool to allow reversible transactions on the blockchain. We have standard key, cancel key, and a fast key. Standard key is managed automatically. Cancel and fast key, obviously cancel key, you can cancel a transaction or reverse it, if you will. And a fast key, you can make it faster, so you can make it instant. It gives user flexibility to use crypto as it's supposed to be used. The cancel key, it's a unique feature. It's a unique approach to manage private keys. We developed this solution to exactly for the purpose of offering reversible transactions, which is a quite unique feature in the crypto. We are building, we built actually our own ecosystem with two major apps. One of them is dedicated for desktop, it's Electrum Vault. Second one, it's Gold Wallet, which is dedicated for mobile devices, both Apple and Android. On top of this, you have a key generator, and also you can use those applications as a two-factor authenticator. So it's our own ecosystem developed by us. For that, we also have external ecosystem.
Yeah, and a few words about external ecosystem. I start with the numbers, right? Interesting ones, though. Total number of exchanges, we are listed already on 19. That's pretty, almost a round number, but pretty significant in terms that it took us near a year to get to those exchanges. And as you can imagine, this takes approaching them, contacting, negotiating, signing the agreement, doing the technical integration. They usually have the pipeline on their own, so we have to adapt, etc., etc. And some bigger exchanges even have planned, next 6 or 9 months in the pipeline. So it's sometimes hard to squeeze in, but we are there. This also, the solution itself attracted almost 140,000 users on the exchanges. They hold BTCV, they trade it, they do around 150 million US dollars of trades monthly. And yeah, at least as it comes to our opinion, this is pretty impressive in terms of our project. All right, and let's check on what are the major achievements from our perspective in terms of those companies and exchanges. First of all, Bittrex Global. This is the largest one we have. It has quite a lot of additional services that the users can benefit from. For example, you can top up your account with Bittrex using a card. You can purchase not only crypto assets, but for example, shares or equities of like traditional companies like Tesla. You can obviously trade BTCV. We've done also some pretty interesting projects with Bitham Global, LA Token, and P2B2B. Which include, for example, staking, where you freeze your BTCV assets and get rewarded for this. We did the airdrops with LA Token, and we obviously are planning much more in the upcoming quarters, about which we'll be talking to you shortly. Except exchanges, what you can see behind me is the wallets. We are at the final stage of testing applications provided by those companies at the bottom, Mycelium, Free Wallet, and Lumi. Those provide not only option to store your BTCV, but also other crypto assets, and some of them have also integrated exchanges with it. So you can, opening one application allows you to just exchange BTCV to other crypto assets or buy BTCV, etc. So that's pretty cool, and they are coming pretty soon. Besides this, we have our own ecosystem prepared by us, developed by us, and released by us. Those are Gold Wallet and Electrum Wallet. We are planning to add new functionalities this year, so this ecosystem, also in terms of products, it will be just growing. And there are some additional news that came just, in the past few days, and those are that, first of all, you can now purchase BTCV with the use of card through our partner indacoin.com. You can check it for yourself. And the second news is that in really short time, you will be able to purchase electronics and other goods using your BTCV. And this will be available at the Xeno platform. This is an online e-commerce shop where you can purchase goods using BTCV and other crypto assets. So as you can see, we are working hard on also on providing any aspect actually of the ecosystem that you can imagine. Starting with storing, trading, and coming to purchasing and paying with BTCV.
So, Piotr, if I understand correctly, we have a Gold wallet, we have Electrum Vault, which are our own application developed by us, but also we are going outside, right? So, outside of our own ecosystem with new wallets, so you will be able to store, a user will be able to store BTCV on different kind of wallets. I think it's a huge step forward. I have a question for you, actually. How long does it take to get listed on an exchange?
Well, that depends. The smaller exchanges usually take from a month to two. Then with the bigger exchanges like Bittrex, we have been negotiating for 2 months or 3, or even I think that was closer to 3 months. And then there's the integration process. So questions, answers, forth and back, doubts, testing, etc. A lot of stages of the project. The whole process took us, I think, 4 months to 5 even.
4 months, first major exchange. More coming. Anyway, let's get a little bit insight into what actually happened since the beginning of Bitcoin Vault. So the original idea, it came to us around the first half of 2019. So we immediately went into the coding phase. Then Genesis first block was mined on October 2019. So basically last year, October last year, we had our first birthday. Then at the end of 2019, we got listed on the first exchange. So it's quite a young project. But the coding phase was still on. We were just a normal proof of work coin like anything else, like Litecoin, like Bitcoin, like a lot of them. We didn't have any unique feature back then. We were focused on coding reversible transaction into the blockchain, and things happened that in the mid-2020, we have been a victim of 51% attack. At the time, the blockchain was open. Everybody could mine. So the 51% attack was possible. Then we actually had this talks, and we had a choice. We either focus on coding and deliver the roadmap, or we go to hash war and lose our resource, money, and time for defending from 51%. So the choice was obvious. We just decided to centralize and focus fully on coding part to launch a testnet phase on September 2020. Maybe part of you had an opportunity to actually test the solution back then. Anyways, the community helped us a lot, so we're very thankful for that. Because during the 2 months of the test phase, we encountered a lot of bugs, a lot of mistakes that we could actually fix. Before the hard fork, which happened on November 2020. So after the testnet, we were ready to perform the hard fork and implement freaky security solution, which means implement reversible transactions into the mainnet, into the blockchain. The solution worked, and it works. So from our perspective as developers, we have a fully functional product only for 4 months. It's a 4 months project from developers' perspective. So after the hard fork, we decided that we need a robust plan for the future. We created new roadmap. We created new white paper where we described all the steps that we want to take also for the next 2 years. And from my perspective, it's a huge step forward that we actually have a plan. We actually know where we want to be in the next 2 years. We'll talk a bit about it in a sec. Last but not least, our Bittrex listing opened the year 2021. It was a good news for us because it's not only one of the major exchanges. It's not only major exchange for us. It's also an exchange that is connected with TradingView. And as a technical trader, I can tell you it's very important to have your chart drawn within the tradingview.com, which allows technical traders to trade the coin.
Actually, Radek, a question here. Do you think that this attack that happened in the spring 2020, did it actually define our focus on security? Did it help for us to generally set the goals for the future? What do you think?
Yes, definitely. We were at the stage that we didn't even think that we could be an attractive target for 51% attack. So it gives us an idea that we need to worry about this in the future. It also determines our plans for now, how to decentralize. So, reversible transactions. One of the key features of, maybe even the most important one, of distributed ledgers of blockchain is its immutability. So if anything is written into the block and confirmed, it cannot be changed. It cannot be reversed, modified, whatever. It stays there. So to implement reversible transactions into the blockchain, to anybody who knows the blockchain, it sounds at first as a crazy idea against the purest values of the blockchain. But we were thinking that it's possible with this simple, well, maybe that's simple, but mingling with free private keys. So we introduced this solution into the blockchain without compromising its immutability, which is the most important part, actually. So our solution works. It works when, for example, your keys are compromised or you get hacked, which, let's say it out loud, it doesn't happen that often. But if you're sending a wrong amount or you put some kind of different address into the wallet, or you just simply change your mind that you don't want to pay. It actually happens to me a lot every day. So then you can use cancel key. You can reverse this transaction. We see that this solution could be potentially adopted by many businesses, many entities on the market. We are working on use cases. We see its potential, and some of our partners are starting to see it as well. But still, convincing someone that it's possible to reverse transaction on an immutable blockchain, it takes time to understand. Our roadmap. This is our roadmap. Maybe I will start with my part. So, we divided our roadmap into 6 work streams. When in every queue, we have something planned. We have something to launch. We have something to work on. For now, we are days, maybe weeks from launching a new website, but also we are working on a global awareness campaign. We want to launch in Q2 a campaign to actually show ourselves to the world. We didn't do it yet. There's a lot of people who don't know about Bitcoin Vault, who don't know about these features we have. So this is our main goal in terms of communications. But there are no crypto projects, I mean, that you can trust. There are no projects without partnerships. So we are also focusing on building partnerships on the market. One of those could be, as an example, I will use our plans to deliver partnership in terms of security. When we might be an experts in blockchain, we might not be an experts in security, but also, more importantly, it's we can say we're secure. We have internal security team. They are analyzing the blockchain, fixing bugs. But if we invite someone from the outside, we are even more credible. So this is one of the key goals for actually this quarter. Yeah.
And the product then.
Products, yeah.
I've mentioned you about the staking program launched with Bitcoin Global, among others. I've mentioned about trading related products. Obviously, what we've done, it will not stop there. We'll add additional services. We are pursuing different ideas and projects. We'll be building on what we already achieved, right? And what we have currently is a really good basis of different exchanges. Not only the biggest one, also those smaller ones which are present on the local market, which allow, for example, to withdraw money in the local currency. And we'll be pushing this forward. Obviously, we'll search and address the needs of the community by identifying those most important local exchanges, also offer those big exchanges with the widest offer of services and products. But building on this and the liquidity available on the market there, we'll be also trying to integrate as many new payment gateways as possible. Those serve as an access to the shops where you could buy the goods with the use of the BTCV or with the use of the of other crypto assets. So that's one of the goals we are having. Another is that we using the available data and creating an analytical product or a tool to analyze those data. We'll be trying to inform you on the performance of the whole blockchain, of the BTCV. How many transactions are there? How many wallets are there? What's the average amount of the transaction, etc., etc. So those using this this feature of blockchain, being it the transparency, we'll be trying to show you how the blockchain works and what are the real numbers behind it. And finally, I'm leave the space to Kasper.
Sure, thank you. So my colleagues have been speaking about some features, but as this is my part, I would like to give you insight about the most fantastic features for the Bitcoin Vault in the future. In general, we have many new things to come in this year. I would like to speak about the thing that we call notifications. I admire our free keys and whatever is behind. I acknowledge that you can reverse the transaction. However, you have to be notified that something is going on in your wallet. It means that, and not everyone is checking his wallet on day-to-day basis. So what we are implementing is that with each transaction being done on your wallet, you'll get notified about that. So you have a chance actually to use our functionality, use the cancel key in order to stop unwillingly done transaction, or if you get hacked, this is the case. So this will happen in the Q1. First, we will introduce this in the Gold wallet, and after we finish in Q2, we will introduce this in Electrum Vault, our desktop application. So this is one of the things that came from users of Bitcoin Vault. They told us that they are not tracking their wallets from day to day. So this is why we hear people, and I'm here to introduce these changes. Another great feature that's coming in the Q2 of this year is coming from the fact that blockchain and also our software might be hard to use for new people or who are not familiarized with the use of the blockchain software. So we are introducing simple and expert mode in our software. It will help you to guide you through the process, through the several processes of our software, from the onboarding, from setting up the wallet, from resetting your password, or canceling the transaction. And actually, you have a choice to use the simple mode, which is enough for most of the users, but you also have an expert mode, where you can use all the benefits of our coin and our technology. So those are the two things that are coming in Q1 and Q2 this year. Another big thing from our perspective, and also personally from my perspective, is security audits and penetration tests that we will be doing. We, as a company, as people, are putting a lot of efforts into Bitcoin Vault in order to make sure this is as secure as possible on the market. And we start from the free keys, but we also do a lot of technology things behind on the back end of our works to make sure everything is in order. So we are conducting a strategic, in cooperation with well-known entity in the world, a complex check of our blockchain software, and this will be it will happen. The final stage is planned for the Q3 of this year. The reason why it takes so much time is because it's a very complex process. It takes up around 7 or 8 months to conduct everything. Because whenever we build a software, and Radek mentioned the testnet, so before we introduce something on our mainnet, and it's connected from the Gold Wallet, mainnet, testnet, Electrum Vault, or any other feature that we are building it, we have to test it carefully. We cannot allow any single mistake to happen on our software, because usually in the blockchain there is no going back. It happened, it's there. So this audit will happen in Q3, and for sure it will prove that our coin is one of the securest in the industry. And those are the first part of this year. For last part of this year, we have another great, and in my personal opinion, this is the greatest feature of Bitcoin Vault. We call it Wrapped Bitcoin Vault. It is already on our roadmap. We received a lot of questions about that, what it exactly means. In simple words, it means that Bitcoin Vault will be able to interact with the smart contracts. And smart contracts are basically, in my opinion, algorithms. And from here, we touch it a bit the DeFi. DeFi has been one of the biggest gainers of 2020 and 2021. DeFi means decentralized finance. And basically what it is, this is execution and interaction of smart contracts between different entities. So we are adding this feature by the end of this year to the Bitcoin Vault. However, right now Bitcoin Vault is just a proof of works coin. It means we have no technical way to interact with the smart contracts. So this is a great feature. We are working on this right now, but it will take a tremendous amount of work to have it finalized by the end of this year, and there is many different stages of this work. Right now we are focusing on business and also technology approach in order to know how to make it. And once this is ready, it will allow us to reach different level of functionality, because smart contracts, as I said, are algorithms. And algorithms allow you to do almost anything that you want. You can build your own algorithm, your own game, your own DApp, the decentralized application. Basically, we will have a lot of new possibilities in the future. Right now, DeFi is, so said, one of the biggest boomers, but maybe later there will be something different. Once we have the smart contracts, we'll be able to do much more. We don't know what it will be exactly. We have plans, but we also have some limitations. As every company, we have limited human resources, so we have to finish what is on our roadmap, then we can move forward with the next plans.
So Kasper, how does it help our users? What example could you give for an end user of the decentralized finance that would, like materially help him?
Sure. Once we will be able to interact with smart contracts, it means we have a version of ERC20 token. And as such, for example, Peter has been working on these 3 external wallets that he mentioned, and it took us like how many months did it take you to have it ready?
3 months, let's say.
Right, so just 3 wallets, 3 months, a lot of work. Once we have this ERC20 version, then instantly you will be able to use it with any ERC20 token, like MetaMask, JAX, whatever you have on the market. You just, whatever you choose it, you can use Gold Wallet, or you can use the different one. So this is just an example. It's an out-of-the-box solution just for you. So this is a great feature to come, but also my colleagues have been speaking about different features. There's a lot of milestones ahead of us. Just one more thing from my perspective. The Bitcoin Vault is a technology. Technology is a software. And as a software, it takes a lot of time, and this is a continuous process. It basically means we never finish. When we finish what is on the roadmap, then we do a review, we improve, and we change the things that we hear from the people, from the community, from the Bitcoin Vault users, from exchanges. So there's always a lot of effort, and we have some limitations, like everyone and every company. So I know the expectations are huge, especially from the technical side, but we do our best, and I appreciate what's being done so far, and I'm looking forward for next milestones.
Quantum computing. I hear about it. I got a little bit worried because I heard, tell me if that's true, I heard that quantum computing gives you enough computational power to get private key having only public key. Is it true?
All right.
Are my Bitcoin Vault safe?
Yes, they are safe. No worries about that for now. Quantum computing is something that we have on our roadmap. It's in the Q4 2021, the current year. And you might ask why it's on the Bitcoin Vault roadmap. So I'll get to your answer to Radek. I'll give it to you. But just before I get there, why are we there? Quantum computing means, in simple words, that at one stage, or once upon a time, there will be a computer that will have a huge computing power. With this computing power, you can crack an algorithm. It is what Radek is asking, so coming from the public key to the private key. But it will, if it would happen, it would affect the whole ecosystem, the banking system, the whole world. So this is not just our problems, it's just the worldwide problem. So right now there is no such computer, so...
I'm not even less worried right now. You got me even more worried.
No. Right now there is no computer like that, so you don't have to worry. Your funds are perfectly safe. But what we do, I mentioned that we treat Bitcoin Vault as very secure cryptocurrency. We put a lot of effort, starting from the free keys, penetration tests, and the way how we manage our projects. So we are not looking just here and now, but we are also looking into the vast future and we are trying to recognize what could be the problems, but also the benefits of such a thing like quantum computing. So I see it a little bit like opportunity for ourselves, our coin, our blockchain. And in order to do that, we plan to establish a cooperation with an entity that could help us to work in this field. Because this field is very technical, it's very complicated. Right now there are just 2 companies in the world that are working, that they say they have some working prototype. So everything is ahead, and it would be good to join like this field of technology as well.
Thanks.
Sounds challenging.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into details, but right now, what Radek said is not possible. You cannot crack the ACDS algorithm, and basically this is how you get your public key from your private key.
Okay, so we are nearly at the end. I saw only 2 people yawning, so I think it's better right now. We are improving.
It's the best statistic we had, actually, right? Only 2.
Before we end this presentation, I have a question for the room. What is the key feature of Bitcoin Vault? Try again. Reversible transactions, thank you. So I'm going to reverse this presentation using our unique feature here. And I have another question for you. Who wants to have some free Bitcoin vaults? Okay.
A warning that they are not so free.
Not yet. One thing on our roadmap, it's airdrops platform. We will introduce the airdrops platform into the gold wallet. We want to help our blockchain to actually, we want to boost the blockchain. We want to have more free key wallets, more users. We want to have more transactions on the blockchain. We want the healthy blockchain. So we are introducing our airdrops platform in the next quarter. So already you can download the app, you can create your free key wallets, and we will reward hodlers. It's a tip. So, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we have a great community.
Thank you, everyone.
So again, thank you very much. Follow us on social media, Telegrams, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and see you online.
Thanks.